Alrighty then, we're back under the hood of this Olds, and I'm gonna show you a few things here. The previous owner, he said it ran, but it didn't run too well, and like I said, when we ran off some starting fluid, it sounded like it ran pretty good. So got digging in here, got the air cleaner off of it, and I told you I'd seen some broken vacuum lines and stuff like that. Well, let's just look and see how many there actually were under here. This apparatus here, this end of this connects to that hose down there that feeds the flap in the air cleaner, and then nominally the other end of it right here, never mind the mold on it, but it's supposed to connect back here to that little, see that little bare vacuum port right there between the other two? It's supposed to connect to that, but it's not. And then there's a broken vacuum line back here at the EGR valve. And then I found another vacuum line which was completely off up here. This is another part of this stuff that goes to the EGR valve. It's supposed to go right there, and it doesn't. And then this one goes to the front vacuum brake, and it's supposed to go right there, and it doesn't. So all these vacuum lines were off. And then I saw this, the connector for the choke evidently was falling off or something, so they just put a bare wire here, and like that. Never mind that there's metal pieces of the engine around it, that's fine. Or there's a carburetor right here with fuel in it, never mind that, that's okay, it's fine. And then there were bare wires down here. Looks like they've got against something. Looks like they could have been shorting out or about to. And I found some more over here. Same thing, look at all the bare wires there. So, I mean, this car has a lot of vacuum lines on it. But, you know, you have a vacuum diagram right here. And, you know, this stuff is not to scale. You have to just kind of, you know, kind of infer where they're going, but it does tell you how to hook them all up. So there's not much of an excuse for leaving stuff like that going on. You know, I know people tend to look, oh, it's just vacuum lines, that won't hurt it. Oh, I didn't tell you, yeah, I found one more here. I know the climate control wasn't working on it because this is the feed that goes to it. This is what feeds it, and that, I couldn't find the other end. I started digging and it was down under here, up under this thing here. There it is, right there. There's the end of it. Yeah, I've seen this a lot on these cars. This goes to this vacuum reservoir tank. See, it goes in one side of it right there, and then the other side comes out and goes into the climate control on the inside, and then this one right here comes back out and goes to the heater control valve right there. So when this supply line is cut, none of it works. So that's why on these era cars, when you slide the selector over, you hear it go psh, like that. So guys, you know, you have to have vacuum lines connected to the correct spot, or connected period. The car's not going to run good with them disconnected like that. That's like 3 or 4 vacuum leaks right there. So yeah, I am glad to see it looks like it's got new hoses all around it, so that's good. And a new water pump, so that'll save me that grief, I hope. So I'm going to go to the parts store and get some vacuum line and start replacing these vacuum lines and taping the wiring up, and probably get me a couple ends to go on those battery cables. Those are the well, they're side posts, but I don't have a side post battery handy. I got one in there, but I'm going to take it out. I do have a top post, so I'm going to convert it to a top post. And this, you be wondering about this yellow wire right here. This is the main feed wire to the car, and evidently it got corroded down there at that end. And so the repair was to extend it way out like this and then to the battery terminal. Jeez. And then put a crimp on it down there and wrap it with paper tape. No comment. So guys, we're gonna end this up. I'm gonna ask you before I leave, you ever seen an air cleaner with mold in it? Well, you're probably not going to see this one unless this will focus. 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 Mmm. Num 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 num. Okay, guys. See you in a little bit.